Hello, everyone. Are we well? Who knows? Your answer sheet should be live and all that malarkey. And let me sort this out. Good. Good evening. Do say hello. Do pop into the chat. Do drop in. We'll start in about 5 minutes, if that's okay. Lovely stuff. Tonight's question indicator. Hi, Mickey. Hello, Jim. Oh, so sorry. So sad to hear of the passing of Piers Morden. I know. The question indicator will be this. Hole-in-one game of skill and chance, a card-based golf game, and the sort of thing my parents think I do. Lovely stuff. Hello, Stephanie. I trust we are all well. I'm not still in mourning. I'm trying to think. Are all the pictures okay? I haven't checked that. I apologise. I basically made a very bold claim that I'd finished writing the quiz at like 1 p.m. and I hadn't. I just used last week's template and have overwritten all the information on it. So hopefully it should be fine. Is it fine? Lovely stuff. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Hello, Frankie, by the way. I was speaking to a man, and I can't really say too much about this for reasons that will become apparent in about an hour and a half's time. From who lives near Winter Hill. That's Bolton, isn't it? Bolton Way, Winter Hill. It made me think of you. And he said, I'm from Bolton, which made me think, firstly, of Manuel. And then, do you remember the other band, I'm from Barcelona? Do you remember them? It made me think of them. Also, today I got asked to be somebody's phone a friend on Millionaire. I'm so happy. Absolutely incredible. I can't tell you anymore. In fact, I'm probably not allowed to tell you that. In fact, I've probably breached. In fact, I've got them thrown off the program. I'm not. That's a joke. That's ironic. That's been ironic. We're going to start when I finish that. I hope we're all well. It's quite. I think it might be quite difficult. See, I just don't think there's anything that's just complete. There's maybe one or two that are a complete giveaway, but who knows? So you have a look at the contents of Hole-in-One. So I do a live unboxing of this Hole-in-One game. Let's do that. Let's see what's in here. Oh, it's Cargo, basically. You ever played the old card game Cargo? Which is... You'd think so, wouldn't you, Stephanie? But my slightly underpopulated bubble suggests otherwise. So... It's almost as if people don't want constant bombardment with trivia. Their mistake, obviously. Right, we've got I'd say about 1 minute, maybe 90 seconds. Hello, Martin. I'm confident you will get the computer game question right tonight to keep up your 100% record, which is admirable. Oh, question 13. I should have told you this. Hello, Ruth. Question 13 is a puzzle. Okay, it's a little word puzzle. So, and the picture, it's possible you may be bottom, Martin. It's the question is actually for once in the bit that's meant to be the question. So 13, I think it's 13, it is 13, is a puzzle. And it's a little not watertight. Everyone, by the way, is more than welcome. I'd love it if you all came to the big music quiz on Sunday, which is not really a music quiz. Okay, some of you will have done the previous one, and you do need to know what the songs are, but there's nothing particularly difficult music-wise in there. And I may even just give you some help with the songs. That's not the important bit. And question 13 was a rejected question from it. So all questions will be superior to question 13. You need some knowledge of not of the work though, but of the film. Some knowledge of the film. It's a quiz though. It's fine to reward knowledge. That's the point, yeah? The real question 13 is really just wordplay. And I will tell you, that's piano. That's piano music, by the way. That's important to know. Right. Oh, let's have a look at the stores, shall we? Do you know what? I wish I put a picture of one of the guesses for question 16 instead of who it is. It's much better. A reminder as ever, ladies and gentlemen, last specified that the surname is fine. On its own, but if you provide a first name and it's wrong, you're wrong because you said somebody else's name, unless otherwise specified. Right, I'm ready. Are you ready? Is anyone not ready? Tell me if you're not ready. No one has told me they're not ready. Let's start with question number 16, which predictably, ladies and gentlemen, is on television. Piers Morgan, ladies and gentlemen. Piers Morgan, ladies and gentlemen, has left Good Morning Britain, basically because he refused to stop being a prick. Am I allowed to be a prick on the telly? No? Okay, I'll be a prick off the telly then. Piers Morgan, amongst his other flaws, which are myriad, of which more later, has a long-running Twitter feud with which man? The presenter of BBC Breakfast. He today claimed victory because they got higher viewing figures than BBC Breakfast, and he said, "My work here is done." No, everyone was watching it on catch up because they knew you were going to fuck off. That's why that happened. But which man does Piers Morgan have a long-running Twitter feud with the presenter of BBC Breakfast? Hole in one. Question 17, ladies and gentlemen, is on sport. Cristiano Ronaldo, of course, once interviewed by Piers in a very stiff preening penis competition. I'm going to rephrase that slightly. Cristiano Ronaldo scored 134 goals in Champions League matches. That's pretty impressive, 134. That's the highest. But who, with 56, is the next highest player on the list to have scored for an English club? He scored his goals in this competition, not for the English club, in the whole competition, between 1998 and 2009 for clubs in 3 different countries. Who is that player? So Cristiano Ronaldo is highest on the list of Champions League goal scorers with 134. Lionel Messi is second, and I think Robert Lewandowski is now third. But who is sixth, ladies and gentlemen, is the next highest player to have scored for an English club. He scored these Champions League goals between 1998 and 2009 for clubs in 3 different countries. Who is that player? Question 16, Stephanie. Yeah, Piers Morgan, ladies and gentlemen. Piers Morgan has had a long-running Twitter feud with which man, the presenter of BBC Breakfast? Is that okay? I'm sorry to hear of the death of your internet. Was it a suicide pact with Piers Morgan? Was that what it was? I found, by the way, somebody selling T-shirts featuring the artwork of David Shridley. I'm very happy. It says here, I am amazing, and here it says, I will show you how amazing I am, and then at the bottom left it says, but not now, and then it says, for now I will just tell you how amazing I am. Brilliant, love it. Anyway, which is basically the purpose of this quiz. Question 18, ladies and gentlemen, is on geography. Very much the football index of its day, ladies and gentlemen, was Egypt on account of its relatively disappointing money-wasting pyramid scheme. However, I say disappointing. To some of you will be thinking, Egypt, surely that's a great place to visit pyramids. Well, yes, it is. But it's not the best place to visit pyramids. Which other African country has more than twice the number of ancient pyramids as Egypt, with 200 or so? Which country is that, ladies and gentlemen, which has over twice the number of pyramids, ancient pyramids, as Egypt does? Which African country is that? Hole in one, ladies and gentlemen. Question 19. Will I persist with the tired and never particularly amusing Bruce Springsteen Kate's of Wikipedia joke? No, I won't, but I will reference it. That's already happened. So which Kates are these, ladies and gentlemen? Which Kates are these? As ever, the name of the cake is replaced with the word blank in this description. Blank cakes, ladies and gentlemen, blank cakes are flattened, fruit-filled pastry cakes traditionally associated with the town of Blank in Lancashire, England. They are a close relative of the more widely known Eccles cake, but have some significant differences. The blank cake is significantly less sweet than its Eccles cousin, and is commonly eaten with a light spread of butter on top, and sometimes a slice of Lancashire cheese on the side. A blank cake is made using currants sandwiched between two layers of unsweetened short crust pastry, whereas an Eccles cake uses flaky puff pastry, which after baking is normally a deeper brown in colour. The other difference is that the currants in the Eccles cake are often concentrated together in the middle, while in the blank cake, the fruit is usually evenly distributed. It is not uncommon to see some sugar added to the fruit, or sweeter raisins or sultanas used. Locals often refer to blank cake as fly pie. What is that cake, ladies and gentlemen? Similar to an Eccles cake, but A, made with short crust pastry, B, covered in butter when eaten, and C, with an even distribution of currants, as opposed to the heavily concentrated currant core of the Eccles cake. What is that cake? Also, the article then contained a paragraph about something called Lancashire sad cake, which I've never heard before, but it's a magnificent name for an item. Lancashire sad cake. My glasses are absolutely filthy. Excuse me. See, you don't get that. You don't know this with Patton, do you? Doesn't wear glasses. Does he wear glasses? I expect he owns glasses. No, he doesn't, does he? No. I was thinking of Colonel Blimp. Hole in one. Question 20, ladies and gentlemen, is on films. The top 3 grossing worldwide films of 2019 were all made by Disney Corporation. In first place, ladies and gentlemen, was the Great British Avengers Bake Off. That's what it was called. And in third place was Frozen 2, ladies and gentlemen. Frozen 2, Deep Freeze. That's not what it was called. In second place was a sort of remake of another film from 1994. Maybe 5. Which film is that, ladies and gentlemen? Which film? The second highest grossing film of the last proper year we've ever had was a Disney film, but it was not the Avengers Assemble, and it was not Avengers Endgame, sorry, and it was not Frozen 2. What was it, ladies and gentlemen? Sort of reimagining of a film of the mid-1990s. What was it? Oh, no, sorry. I'm an idiot. No, 17 is meant to say like a leading, like football goal scorer or something. I apologise. That's an error. I've made an error, Stephanie. Sometimes it happens. Even Homer nods. All in one. Question 21, ladies and gentlemen. As ever, is on our friend, our loyal, humble, tubular pal during these difficult lockdown months. It never lets you down. The sausage, ladies and gentlemen. But did you know that not merely content with being a foodstuff, the sausage has another application, and that application is fighting crime. The German police, ladies and gentlemen, everyone could wield a sausage to combat criminals. Surely that would be the German police. And they were able, ladies and gentlemen, to match the DNA of a criminal to a crime committed in 2012 after, whilst robbing a house, he took a bite from a sausage left on the side. Good advice there, should you wish to catch a criminal. Always leave a sausage there for DNA purposes. The crime took place in the town of Develsburg, which is in which state of Germany, which is also home to the cities of Dortmund, Cologne, and a little like the sausage itself, Essen. Marvellous joke. Which state of Germany is that, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it contains Geffelsberg, home of course, the masticated sausage. But also home to the cities of Dortmund and Cologne and Essen, ladies and gentlemen, has highest population of all non-city state German states, and a reasonably tricky name to remember. What is that state? Good. All very nice and close. All very nice and close. Oh, the ball, ladies and gentlemen, the ball's been hit towards the green. It's rolling towards the cup. Yes. Hole in one. Question 22 is on links. What I'm going to give you now is a list of 10 seemingly unconnected things which, upon closer scrutiny by you band of avid scrutineers, are revealed to have a single conjoining theme. What is that thing that unifies these seemingly disparate 10 items? So what links? A grisly TV series about will writing, reality show if you like. John Lennon in the early to mid 1970s. A cigar company not advertised by Russ Abbott. Like, you know how, like, if you asked people what product Thora Heard advertised on television, they'd say the Stanley stairlift, and it's not, it's the Churchill stairlift. But merely by that association, they mentally advertise a rival's product because people get it wrong. Anyway, a cigar company not advertised by Russ Abbott. Cryptic crossword speak, A level. The film Back to the Future. Hong Kong. A very famous Great Britain rugby league winger of the 80s and 90s. A flight to Europe from Oliver Tambo International. Romulus Augustulus. And Oti Mabuse and Steve Bull. Well, links those things, ladies and gentlemen. A grisly, it's not really grisly, but a TV series about will writing, really. John Lennon in the early mid to 1970s. A cigar company not advertised by Russ Abbott. Stop stroking your beard, Tom. It's disgusting. A level, cryptically. Back to the Future. Hong Kong. A famous rugby league winger from the 80s and 90s, British. A flight to Europe from Oliver Tambo International. Romulus Augustulus. Someone likes diminutives. And Steve Bull and Erin Bode, if you like. It's very close. Good. Who's buzzing me now? Hole in one. Question 23, ladies and gentlemen, is on TV Lodos. Which US TV network is on account of its multicoloured fantail logo known as the Peacock, and locally as Peacock, ladies and gentlemen, on account of its multicoloured fantail logo. Which US TV network is that? New name or old name is fine. Question 24, ladies and gentlemen, is on pants. Founded by Sarah Blakely in Atlanta, Georgia, in the year 2000. Which manufacturer of foundation garments, which are designed to make the wearer appear thinner, don't fucking work, do they? Designed to make the wearer appear thinner, had a menswear range added in the year 2010. So founded by Sarah Blakely in 2000. A manufacturer of foundation garments, basically, which are designed to make the wearer appear thinner. Initially launched for women, had a menswear range added in 2010. It's the camera angle, like, yeah. Basically, my stomach is like 50% closer to the screen, the camera, than the rest of me. So it's not optical illusion. I'm actually in very good shape. Hole in one, ladies and gentlemen, hole in one. Question 25 is on photographs and misclassification of photograph types. You would have thought, ladies and gentlemen, with good reason, that a photograph referred to as the Ellen DeGeneres selfie would, in fact, have been taken by Ellen DeGeneres. That's what a selfie is. But no, in fact, a photograph was taken of Ellen DeGeneres and others at the 2014 Oscar ceremony. But which actor actually took the photo? Question 26 is on sport, ladies and gentlemen. Which English cricketer? Oh, sorry, the sport which is the best sport, which is, of course, Test match cricket. What is wrong with me? Jesus, came to me, this solitude. Which England cricketer, ladies and gentlemen, with 8,463 runs in Test match cricket, 8463, also his date of birth, 8th of April 1963, is the highest Test match run scorer whose batting average is below 40. 37.94, I think. An England cricketer who scored 8,463 runs in Test match cricket is the highest Test match run scorer whose batting average is below 40. Who is that person? Who is that player? Question 27, ladies and gentlemen, is on films. Audrey Hepburn, ladies and gentlemen, whose work I've enjoyed watching over the years. Audrey Hepburn is a Best Actress Oscar winner for which film? Which film of 1953 did Audrey Hepburn win her Oscar for Best Actress? Their terminology, not mine. Oh, Best Actor. Best Actress in a leading role. For which film of 1953 is Audrey Hepburn, famous Belgian, the winner of the Best Actress Oscar? Question 28, ladies and gentlemen, is on literature. Pinky Brown, ladies and gentlemen. Pinky Brown is the leader of a mob of, inconsistent gangsters, I think you'd call them. They kill a man, and then they sort of push a man down the stairs a bit, and he dies, and they feel bad about it, and then they kill themselves. Which is weird gangstering, isn't it? And Pinky Brown is the leader of a mob of reasonably odd gangsters in which novel of 1939? I think it's 8, actually, 1938, but famously portrayed in a film as well by Richard Attenborough. Who is that? And what novel is that? What novel? Pinky Brown. Well, basically, it's on GCSE English, this, isn't it? A-level English, it's got some swearing in it. Question 29 is on politics and music, ladies and gentlemen. For some reason, most bands didn't want to be associated with Donald Trump, with the exception of country musicians, for God knows why. Those same people also slightly suspicious of Meghan Markle. I've no idea why. It could be anything. So Donald Trump had a long history of being asked by bands not to use their music. His rallies, the Rolling Stones and Tom Petty and so on. So Ted Nugent, very happy. Which band had to ask Donald Trump not to use their song, We're Not Going to Take It? Which band had to ask Donald Trump not to use the song "We're Not Going to Take It" at his rallies? So I'll give you, the lead singer Dee Snider, who also features in that strange Norwegian version of "Let It Be" on a beach, which is my favourite thing ever. Question 30, ladies and gentlemen, is on adverts. Advertising slogans. Where's the beef? Ladies and gentlemen, where indeed is the beef? Advertising companies. I'm anarchically beefless. Anarchic beeflessness. Where's the beef, ladies and gentlemen? Advertising slogan used by which fast food company? Where's the beef? Right, ladies and gentlemen, questions 31 to 40. As ever, the UW popularity index. Very straightforward, ladies and gentlemen. This week, very straightforward. All I need is according to the UW poll, the top 10 favourite musical acts of the British people. I would say there is the complete opposite of recency bias in this. The whole list is extremely Radio 2, if not more old school than that. Okay. Also, in this list, if someone is one person was listed as a solo performer and in a band, I've ignored no. So don't put those twice. Don't double up. I've combined those two. Okay. So, if, for example, you thought that the British public enjoyed both the music of JLS and the solo crew of Aston Marigold, then you'd say only one of those. Just put JLS and you'd be right, but don't put that. I'll give you a little bit of a clue. He does not feature. And I'm going to give you, we'll give you 5 minutes. If someone happened to be in two bands, that's fine, by the way. Both of those will be listed, but not the solo artist. They're not exclusively British artists. Yeah, sorry, Ruth. Yeah, according to YouGov, the top 10 recording artists of all time of the British public. Solo careers where that person was also in a band that are also listed. I haven't counted both of them. I've just counted the band. Okay, the top 10 most popular recording artists. As I said at the time, there is no recency bias. I will also say that these are the British public, but not necessarily British artists. And it is not it's very Radio 2 as a list. No problem. You should all get quite a lot, I would be surprised. 1 minute. Okay. We shall commence after I've had a sip of pop. That's probably more than a sip. And that was a glug. Okay. Hole in one. Let's start with number 41. That seems to make sense. Which rhyming valedictory statement? Good. Rhyming valedictory statement is issued towards unsuccessful contestants in RuPaul's Drag Race to indicate the manner in which they should support a 2-word rhyming valedictory statement or command. It's given to unsuccessful contestants in RuPaul's Drag Race to indicate the manner in which they should depart the programme. I just need to check something. I've got a horrible feeling I asked this exact question last week, the one that's coming up. So I'm not sure. I just don't know. No, I didn't. Ignore me. Don't ignore me. That'd be really hamper your chances. Question 42, ladies and gentlemen, is on my favourite subject and yours. Keep fit. Difficult. Question is exercise regimen. Some of you like to do that sort of thing, don't you? Have an exercise regimen. What does it mean in an exercise regimen if an exercise is to be performed EMOM? E-M-O-M. An exercise is to be performed EMOM, E-M-O-M. What does that mean? What does EMOM stand for? There is a the, which isn't in the acronym. Yeah, I'm saying EMOM, aren't I? Acronym, yep. Question 43. This should be nice and straightforward for one person here. What are the only 2 chemical elements, ladies and gentlemen, the only 2 chemical elements whose names begin with the same 4 letters? The two different elements have names that begin with the same four letters. What are they? I'll give you a little time for that. Well, it should be very easy for one person doing this quiz. That's all I'm going to say. Question 45, hole in one, ladies and gentlemen, is on video games. Which game was first released in 1993 in arcades and console? And console has 4 sequels. And an original playable character list of Dural, Cage Maru, Akira Yuti, Pai Chan, Lao Chan, Sarah and Jackie Bryant, Jeffrey McWild, and the majestic sounding Wolf Hawkfield. The original competence in which fighting game? Dural, Cage Maru, Akira Yuti, Pai Chan, Lao Chan, Sarah and Jackie Bryant, Jeffrey McWild, and Wolf Hawkfield. The competence in which video game? First released in 1993, which has spawned 4 sequels and released in arcades and consoles alike. What is that game? Just to be clear, that abbreviation was EMOM. EMOM. Both M for mother. Okay? Question 45, those gentlemen, on sport and cycling. What is the name of the 21-year-old British cyclist from Leeds, Yorkshire? A new signing for Ineos Grenadiers, who is A, already amazing, and B, going to be more amazing, having, despite his tender years, finished 3rd and 5th into the spring, well, one spring classic and one World Tour top tier race, as well as winning the Junior Giro d'Italia last season. What is the name of that cyclist? Just 21 and from Leeds. He's finished 3rd and 5th in 2 of the main races this spring. He rides for Ineos Grenadiers and last year won the Junior Giro d'Italia. Who is that cyclist? Question 46, ladies and gentlemen, is on TV, ladies and gentlemen. What was the name of the sitcom which starred Greg Davis as Ken Thompson? And obviously, if a sitcom's got Greg Davis in it, who else is it going to have in it? Well, then Andy Samberg and then Taylor Lautner, whatever, playing his son-in-law and grandson-in-law, respectively. What is the name of that sitcom? Starring Greg Davis as Ken Thompson, and then Andy Samberg as his son-in-law, and Taylor Lautner as his grandson-in-law, if that's even a thing, respectively. What was the name of that sitcom? Question 47 is on food products, I suppose. Yeah, food products. Which food product was launched in 1962 to counteract falling meat sales after Western Christian practice suggested that meat should not be consumed on a Friday? Someone was spurred into action to release a product in 1962 to counteract falling meat sales due to Western Christian doctrine or practice. Really, it's not doctrine, is it? Practice suggesting that meat should not be eaten on a Friday. What is that product? Question 48 is on Wikipedia disambiguation. So the general term search page for this, the general page that results in this two words, this name being entered into Wikipedia search bar, produce this disambiguation page with possible options being a British shop, an English musician best known for a Christmas hit, an Orientalist English painter, an American civil rights leader, an England cricketer, the current Dean of Llandaff, surprised if you don't get it from that clue alone, or a current Grimsby town striker, just his surname, great name. So what could that be? A British shop, an English musician, real name of. His stage name not that different from best known for Christmas hit, an Orientalist English painter, a former civil rights leader, an England cricketer, spelled slightly differently, the current Dean of Llandaff, or a current striker for Grimsby Town, surname only. What is that search term? What would you put in there? Question 49 is on children's literature. Which person who never really struck me as someone who could write books or at all is responsible, or it says they're responsible, for the series of children's books featuring the lead character Eugenia Lavender? Which person is not primarily a writer, or indeed someone who could probably write, is responsible for the series of children's books featuring the lead character Eugenia Lavender? You can. 47 again, Ruth. Which product was launched in 1962 to counteract falling meat sales after Western Christian practice suggested that meat should not be consumed on a Friday? It's a bit more specific than some of the answers I've received, I'll tell you that. There's one specific sort of thing. Question 50, ladies and gentlemen. We like a political maverick here, don't we? We like a political maverick, and one such person is Prayuth Chan Ocha. Prayuth Chan Ocha, no problem with. Prayuth Chan Ocha, a curious man, who today was found spraying reporters with hand sanitizer to avoid answering their questions at a press conference. Has previously been caught on camera patting the reporter on the head and tugging his ear, and also once brought a cardboard cutout of himself with a hidden tape recorder to answer questions on his behalf at a press conference. Prayuth Chan Ocha, unusual man. He's the Prime Minister of which country who should not be allowed to own football clubs? Prayuth Chan Ocha, hand sanitizer spraying, reporter's head patting, cardboard cutout wielding Prime Minister of which country? I just realised what's wrong with the sound effects on football, the crowd noise. They don't have any derisory tones. There's no ah or anything like that, is there? That's all. Question 51, ladies and gentlemen, is on business and magazines, ladies and gentlemen. Village Life magazine. Village Life magazine is the official organ of which bulwark of the British tourist industry? Village Life magazine, ladies and gentlemen, is the official magazine, the official publication of which bastion of British tourism? Someone in the tourist boat holiday industry. Who is that, ladies and gentlemen? Village Life magazine. I'll tell you what, it's very close. There's only 7 points between the entire field. This pleases me. And I think that this is the sort of bollocks that might narrow that further. It's question 52, ladies and gentlemen. Remember the early mid-90s? Remember how itchy ITV were getting because Big Break had dominated the Saturday evening tea time snooker market. They really wanted a piece of it. So they launched a new version of snooker, a TV program, under the aegis of Philip Schofield, ladies and gentlemen, as a prime time game show. What was it called, ladies and gentlemen? Philip Schofield. You can insert your own snooker ball jokes here, but don't insert the snooker balls. What was the name of that program? A rival to Big Break, presented by Philip Schofield. What was it called? It was very bad. Question 53 is on sport and football. This should be question 55, really, but interesting fact, ladies and gentlemen. The 2021 Premier League season, 17 of the 20 clubs have done a certain thing. Aston Villa, Newcastle, and Leicester are the only three that haven't. Aston Villa, Newcastle, and Leicester in the 2021 Premier League season haven't done something that the other 17 clubs have done. What is it? What have 17 clubs done that Aston Villa, Newcastle, and Leicester have not done? Question 54, ladies and gentlemen. You've probably never noticed that in Tarzan, ladies and gentlemen, you know Tarzan, where all the vines are eerily symmetrical, and like the loincloths are made out of spare trombone parts, something like that. Well, anyway, probably because Edgar Rice Burroughs, ladies and gentlemen, is the great-grandfather of a very well-known film director. Who is that director, ladies and gentlemen? You've had some clues there, I'll tell you what. Edgar Rice Burroughs, ladies and gentlemen, is the great-grandfather of which current, present-day film director? Good answer, although the Bramall Lane corner flag will pay testament to how that's not the answer, one team. What a moment that was. I don't know if any of you saw it. There was a video that said, if you could sum up Sheffield Wednesday's season in one free kick, what is it? And what happened was we had a free kick and we had two men. We had a man up basically at either end of the wall, and the bloke at one end of the wall, the bloke just ran up, took the free kick, and mashed it straight into his knackers. That's basically how good we've been. If football seasons were a footballer, this Sheffield Wednesday season is a footballer lying on the ground with pulped testicles. Good. Question 55 is on geography, ladies and gentlemen. What is the claim to fame of Gangkar Puensum in Bhutan, ladies and gentlemen, which literally means White Peak of the Three Spiritual Brothers, which is unlikely to change. This claim to fame is unlikely to change due to the relevant pursuit being banned out of respect for local spiritual beliefs. What is that claim to fame of Bhutan's Gangkar Puensum, White Peak of the Three Spiritual Brothers? That claim to fame is unlikely to change any time soon due to a relevant pursuit being banned out of respect for local spiritual beliefs. Gangkar Puensum in Bhutan. Good. I think that was Mickey who just answered that question. I always think it's Mickey, though, when it's something like that, don't I? And sometimes it isn't. And well done for whoever's just got question 13, by the way. I'm proud of you. And question 56, last hole in one. Which word of 5 letters or more, one word, 5 letters or more, has appeared in the title of hit singles? Thought so. Title of hit singles by all of the following artists: Elvis Presley, Status Quo, The Jimi Hendrix Experience, Talking Heads, Survivor, and Sean Paul, sort of. Which word of 5 letters or more has appeared in the title of hit singles by Elvis, Status Quo, Sean Paul, sort of, The Jimi Hendrix Experience, Survivor, and Talking Heads? Okay, please get on with your music round. I'll give you until, should we say 5 past 10 to do it. On you go. I've just got to collate a couple of pointless questions. 10 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, 10 minutes. 4 minutes remain, ladies and gentlemen. 4 minutes. It takes up the minutes. One minute, ladies and gentlemen. 1 minute. Okay, it's very close, by the way. It's very close. We have 4 teams could possibly win as we speak. 4 teams, so there we go. Right. And some delightful news as well. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, your pointless questions. There are 4 pointless questions. I need either, ladies and gentlemen, either any team who has finished either first, second, or third in the top division of Scottish football. Anyone given an honorary BAFTA fellowship from the first ceremony in 1971. Any winner of the NME Best British Band Award at the NME Awards. They go back to like 1950s. So small bands at first, okay. So not orchestras, small bands, and then Best British Bands. Or any Spanish city or what's the word? Or conurbation with a population over 100,000. That's the top 63 Spanish cities, okay? So there are your pointless answers. Any team that's either finished in first, second, or third in the top division of Scottish football. Anyone given an honorary BAFTA fellowship at the BAFTA Awards in 1971. Any winner of the NME Best British Band or Best British Small Band before there were actually bands at the NME Awards, or any Spanish city with a population over 100,000. Your tiebreak question, ladies and gentlemen, is beautifully, how long in meters is the world's longest ever sausage? How long in meters was the world's longest ever sausage? I'm going to give you until 10:15. Okay? Cool. Go. Everything to play for. Thank you for those of you who made donations. If you haven't and you would like to, the address is in one of the chats for doing so. I'd be very appreciative. Thank you. 4 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 4 minutes remain. Two minutes remain, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes remain. Okay, 30 seconds remain, ladies and gentlemen. 30 seconds remain. Can. No, whatever. 5 seconds. Okay, don't forget, save, tick the 3 boxes, finish. Wow. I'm going to say this now. Closest quiz ever, ladies and gentlemen. Closest quiz ever. It's now finished, though. Anything left to mark? No, there isn't. Wow. Thank you to RB for popping in, Rupert, with his he's done 3, but that doesn't really count. Okay, here, ladies and gentlemen, your questions and answers. The picture round for Megan Trainor is the first one. Bryson DeChambeau. Max Beasley's the third one. Number 4 is Pretend Gangster Dave Courtney. The 5th one, Richard Madden. 6th one, Brendan Cole, but I should have used a picture of someone else's suggestion. 7 is the hero of the nation, Alex Beresford, of whom more later. 8 is John Beresford, not John Pooh Beresford, who is a man I discovered the existence of today. 9, the almost illegal Elton Wellesby on a moonlit byway, licking his lips as he creeps ever closer. That's half man, half biscuit, obviously. As Elton Wellesby, ladies and gentlemen, who's weird. Paul Walker, there's 10. 11, Skylar Austin. 12, that's the set of Richard Osman's House of Games. 13, ladies and gentlemen, it's a piano music from the film version of Howard's End, ladies and gentlemen. Piano keys, of course, traditionally made from ivory. So in order to help you have that, you would need an ivory merchant to help merchant ivory, the production. Good. Lovely stuff. Well done to people who got that. The next one was meant to be 5-course meal, but there's lots of other suggestions that have been accepted for that. I can't bother to go through them. And 15 was gravy train, ladies and gentlemen. Gravy train. On to the answer. 16, Dan Walker is the BBC Breakfast presenter. 17, footballers Ruud van Nistelrooy. 18, the Sudan. How colonial is that? The Sudan. Sudan. 19, Chorley Cakes, ladies and gentlemen. 20, The Lion King was the film there. 21, North Rhine-Westphalia. 22, the Can't Take It With You was the Will Wright TV series. Remember that? John Lennon had his Lost Weekend. Of course, then the cigar company was Hamlet. And A-level, cryptically, is A-level is all about Eve. Good. Back to the Future, of course, featured Marty McFly. Handover of Hong Kong was done by Chris Patton. The rugby league winner was Martin Chariot Sapphire. The flight from Oliver Tambo International to Europe would take you out of Africa. Romulus Augustulus was the last emperor, and Ultima Buse and Steve Bull would be Dances with Wolves, ladies and gentlemen. They're all Oscar-winning Best Pictures. So well done if you got that. 23, MSNBC is the Peacock or NBC. 24, Spanx, ladies and gentlemen. Spanx are things there. 25, Bradley Cooper took the photo. 26, Alex Stewart, the cricketer. 27, Roman Holiday was the film, which Audrey Hepburn won Best Actress. 28, Brighton Rock, Pinky Brown. 29, Twisted Sister, We're Not Gonna Take It. 30, Wendy's, ladies and gentlemen, Wendy's. 31 to 40, there's incredibly, I mean, it's very typical. There's 2 women in the whole list, and they're in ABBA, Queen, Beatles, David Bowie, Bob Marley, Stevie Wonder, Elton John, Elvis Presley, Bon Jovi, and Lionel Richie. Ladies and gentlemen, would have accepted the Commodores if anyone had said that, but no one did. 41, Sashay Away is what you do. 42, EMOM stands for Every Minute on the Minute. 43, the 2 chemical elements whose name begin with the same 4 letters. I hope you got this, Ruth, because the letters are Ruth, Rutherfordium and Ruthenium. Ruth, ladies and gentlemen. 44, they're the characters in Virtua Fighter. 45, Tom Pidcock is the cyclist. 46, Cuckoo is the sitcom. 47, the Filet-O-Fish. The Filet-O-Fish was launched as No One Ate Hamburgers on a Friday. 48, John Lewis is that search term. 49, Jerry Horner stroke Halliwell. But Jerry Horner's her actual name. That's the author, Ruth. Ruth. 50, Thailand, ladies and gentlemen. Thailand is Prime Minister of Thailand. 51, Village Life magazine is the official organ of Centre Parks, which, in case you forget, does not mean Centre Parks in any language. 52, 10 Ball was the terrible snooker programme. 53, Aston Villa, Newcastle and Leicester. Well done to the team who got this. Are the only team who didn't play any games in front of fans. Everyone else did, but they're the only 3 that didn't. 54, Wes Anderson is the great-grandson of Edgar Rice Burroughs. 55, it's the highest unclimbed mountain in the world. And 56, the word is burning. Burning love, burning bridges, on and off and on again. We Be Burning, I did say sort of. There's no G in burning. Sean Paul. Burning of the Midnight Lamp by Jimi Hendrix. Burning Heart by Survivor. And Burning Down the House by Talking Heads. The music questions are as follows. Excuse me. The first one was Gloria Jones with Tainted Love. The second one was Lindisfarne with Rum for Home. The third one was Depeche Mode with Leave in Silence. 54 was Bewitched with Piers Morgan's favourite song, Blame It on the Weatherman. The fifth one was The Doves with Kingdom of Rust, which is the album from which Winter Hill is taken. as mentioned previously. There's Little Mix with Love Me Like You. Then it was Stan Getz and João Gilberto with The Girl from Ipanema. I would have accepted either. Then it's Jimmy Cliff with The Harder They Come. Simple Minds with Waterfront. Whitney Houston with I'm Every Woman. There was Kelly and Ozzy Osbourne with Changes. And then you remember the version, don't you? Remember the version, it's Half a World Away by Aurora off the adverts. You remember the adverts there. Your pointless questions, your BAFTA Fellowship Awards were lots of unknown people and some famous people mixed in there. Freddie Young, Grace Wyndham, Goldie, Jacques Cousteau, Fred Zinnemann, John Huston, Abel Gance, Michael Powell, Emmerich Pressburger, Andre Vada, Huey Green, Sam Spiegel, Jeremy Isaacs, Paul Fox, Louis Miles, Sidney Samuelson, Colin Young, Ronald Neame, Stephen Boncho, remember him? Julie Christie, David Rose, Warren Beatty, Andrew Davis, Saul Zenter, John Borman, the only person who received one named after part of Manchester, Anne Coates, Will Wright, Nolan Bushnell, Shigeru Miyamoto, who created Mario and Zelda, Peter Molyneux, who Populous Games, and probably this one was rescinded, I'm happy to tell you, Rolf Harris. Your Spanish cities or conurbations were Baracaldo, Reldo, Royce, Jaén, Alcobendas, let's go to Alcobendas, Santa Coloma, Algeciras, Marau, Parla, Ladrono, San Cristobal de la Laguna, Fuenlabrada, Sabadell, Cartagena, Teresa, well done who got that, and Vitoria. The bands were, no, the Beatles won for about 10 years in a row, basically. The Johnny Dankworth 7, well done if you got that. The Kirchins, Yes, The Wedding Present, The Happy Mondays, Muse, Biffy Clyro, The Maccabees, Alt J, and the 1975. And your football teams were Dumbarton, who won the first Scottish League, Falkirk, Morton, Airdrieonians, Clyde, Inverness Caledonian Thistle, well done who got that, and St Bernards, just some dogs. And the longest ever sausage, ladies and gentlemen, is a magnificent 62,750 metres long. That's 62 kilometres, basically. Yeah. Your leaderboard, ladies and gentlemen. Now, in last place, other than RB with their 3, they managed somehow to get about 1 in that list of artists, despite coming up with very acceptable music artists for it. The Lonely Otters with 35 in 6th, indicating that this quiz was entirely well positioned in terms of difficulty. It's Amy and Dave with 42, ladies and gentlemen. In 5th, Rupert will probably come in last again with 43, maybe 46 if they're a different 3. In 4th with 48, £5 down the Swanee. In equal second, ladies and gentlemen, equal second with 52 of the Chords and Universally Challenged, and in first place with 53 were No Effing Piers, thank fuck, No Effing Pub. Well done, ladies and gentlemen, a very close one thing. I'm proud of all of you in a way. Right, bit of admin. I'm doing a big music quiz on Sunday via Zoom at 7:30. I've posted links in all the chats. Please invite your friends, be on the team with your friends, invite whoever you would like. Teams of 6. You don't need to be a music expert at all. The music is quite straightforward. I mean, I can tell you what answers he gave on his RB if you want, Martin. He may have deleted them. He gave the answers: Blame It on the Weatherman and Bewitched, but in the wrong spaces, and Little Mix. Those were his answers. Very Rupert. What could be more Rupert? Sorry. So Sunday evening at 7:30, it's all via Zoom, with breakout rooms and stuff like that for your teams. Bring people, invite people, whatever. Everyone is welcome. The more the merrier. You do not have to be a music expert. You do have to have a little bit of lateral thinking. I'll tell you that now. A question that I've rejected for it on Sunday was I was going to play Coffee and TV and Grandma, We Love You, and you had to say which world figure was that. So Coffee and TV and Grandma, We Love You, which was Toffee and Nan. That's the sort of thing you're dealing with on Sunday. Thank you all for taking part. Thank you for your donations. Much appreciated. So please come on Sunday. Yes, Ruth. Please come on Sunday. You'd be more than welcome. And if not, I'll see you next Wednesday, hopefully. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.